Okay, what I need to do right now is to roll out a slab that is not too thick, not too thin, okay? I have taped together two rulers to help me gauge the thickness. And just like if we were making cookies, if they're too thin on the edges, your cookie's gonna break or your cookie's gonna burn, right? So I'm just gonna set this aside for now. I have 3 pounds of clay here, so you'll get 2 balls of clay. This is all the clay you get, figure it out, okay? If you do not properly wrap your stuff and it dries out, oh well, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do is, I'm never ever bam, bam, bam. I'm never bam, bam, bam. As soon as you do that, I'm here to tell you, you are done, okay? Now, there is some stuff on the surface of this. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes when we're doing pottery. It's dusty, it's musty, don't make it worse. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of use my hand to start to make it be like this. This is the shape that I'm trying to get this to, okay? So what I have here so far is kind of like an oval, and I need it to be a rectangle. So if you are in a class that is so big that I do not have enough rolling pins, what are you gonna have to do? You're gonna have to take turns. Okay, you see how easy this goes though once I use my rolling pin. Okay. Now, I'm rolling this way because I'm trying to get the surface area to increase that way. If I roll this way, it's gonna go that way, okay? So then, as I get further along, you can start being like, okay, it's almost there. So what I know for sure right now is that I don't wanna roll this way, I wanna roll only that way, okay? And I'm using even pressure. Now, as you see that I did roll that way because I'm trying to make this part go wider that way. Okay, that's cool. Now, ooh, I just popped a little bubble. Okay, now, let's look again. Almost, right? And how's my thickness? I'm gonna set this down next to it. Pretty good, pretty good. So I'm just gonna go a little bit bigger this way. Look at that, I got another bubble. Pop that bubble. Okay. All right, now, am I close? I'm really close. So here's the other thing I can do. If it's good over here, and it's, you know, what I can do is kind of help myself out here. I'm gonna cut off this end. And it looks like I just need a little more over here. So, I'm pressing it down. Checking again. Close. Still a good thickness. So you can see it's not an exact science, right? Okay, and I'm careful not to press too hard on the edges because that's when the edges get too thin and then your stuff won't work out. Okay, perfect. This is good. Okay. So now I'm gonna cut out my slab. Ooh, it's a little thin over here, but that's okay because there's gonna be overlap. All right, cool. So, okay, but I see like it looks a little thin right there. Let's see how it looks when I try to make it into a cylinder. Now, I'm gonna pick it up and I want to make it into a cylinder. So I'm going to overlap it. Okay. I picked up some of the other old clay. That's fine. Okay. So now what happens? What needs to happen right here? I need to score and slip. Our slip is just water right now. I'm not scoring so hard that I'm going to cut through my clay. Okay, so there's where I'm doing that, and then I have to do it on the inside of here. People always ask, why do you have to do that? Because you're opening up the membranes of the clay so it will join. When this starts to dry out later, it will pull away and not stay together. Okay, cool. So there we go. I have my castle. My castle, I should say. Well, this is a cylinder that I could use for anything. Now, I am going to smooth this out. Okay? And this is a good place to stop for today. Next time we get together, we'll start adding some character. This is not a cup. This is just a cylinder. I do have extra clay. I'm gonna ball up that extra clay. I might need it later. So I'm just gonna set it right here for a sec. I have my bag. The bag is what keeps my clay from drying out. So I'm gonna gently put it into the bag. Right? Take my extra clay, put it in there. Make sure my name is visible on my note card. And my class symbols. So let's see. Heidi Bertner. How about that? First and last name. And then whatever my symbol is. I'm going to put it in the bag, facing out. I'm going to get rid of all the excess air that I can. This is a really big bag, so it's not exactly perfect. I seal my bag. My name is showing, and then I'm going to go put it on my corresponding shelf.